About 30 pounds ago, I wrote and produced a movie starring no other than Sandara Park, a member of 21. Before she is Korean, but she moved to the Philippines, and before she moved back to pursue being an idol, she was a big star in the Philippines. She joined a reality show. I just can't quite remember if she ended up winning or she ended up being the first runner up. But just like any other actor or many actors in the Philippines, she ended up being a part of a love team. Now, before we go there, the title of the movie that I wrote, which she starred in, is Super Noipi, and I think it's already available on YouTube if you want to watch the entire show. That is her in the pink dress, and this is one of the scenes in the movie, again in pink. Now, you know how in the US we end up getting attached to a fictional couple. For example, Anna and Will of Notting Hill, we want them to be together because they are so perfect for each other. And or it could be Rose and Jack of the Titanic. But we almost never expect the celebrities to be actually together in real life. We just love the couple, the fictional couple that we see. But in the Philippines, the love teams, the actor and the actors that are getting paired together, they are actually marketed to be real. So this is how most of the time many of these actors end up finding fame and success. They get paired with another actor, and for many years they consistently make movies or TV shows or other projects where they are a couple. And as I've said, they are marketed with the illusion of authenticity. So sometimes they allude to being actually together, or at the very least they will confess to having some sort of a feeling for the other person. It's just that they're not ready yet or whatever. Now some of them actually end up being together. This is Guy and Pip. This is one of the most popular couples or love teams in the Philippines, and she is a legendary actress, but they never actually ended up being together. These two actually ended up marrying each other. Sharon and Gabby, also two of the most popular actors in the Philippines, they had a kid. Unfortunately, they got annulled. And this is another one, Ding Dong and Marian. They are considered to be like the king, the prince and the princess of Philippine movie, of Philippine cinema. They are married. They actually have two kids, and as far as I know, they are happy. And I hope that they end up being together forever. Now, like shippers in Korea, I'm sure you know what a ship couple is in Korea. It involves usually this two members of the same band. Sometimes it does involve members of two different bands or whatever, and sometimes it could also involve members of a girl group. But usually it's the fans that would end up shipping this couple. So it's not pushed by the agency. Now, like shippers or like a shipped couple in Korea, love teams in the Philippines actually develop very obsessive fans. So they actually develop fandoms, and just like the fandoms and fans in South Korea, they would wage a war against anybody who tells them that their shipped couple isn't real. So very obsessive. Now, interestingly enough, this love team actually has a version in Thailand. It's actually a mix or a fusion of ship couple in Korea and love team. It's called the BL. A BL it stands for boy love or boys love. This is when two actors are portrayed to be a couple in a movie or a TV series. It's very popular in Thailand. They said that I think in 2024 it already became a 4.9 billion baht industry. So very popular. As I've said, usually BLs in Thailand starts with they start with a TV series or a movie. Now, you know how in Hollywood, once the movie ends or once the TV series ends, that's it for the fandom. That's it. That's it's done. But in Thailand, even after the project is done, they would still end up doing projects together. It could be commercials, projects, or sometimes they would do a spin-off of the series that they just did. And usually the more successful or the more popular the ship is, then the longer they stay together. Many ships or many actors in Thailand have actually spoken about this as a disadvantage. Fine, you become successful, you become popular, but then you get stuck with that ship and it actually deters them from doing other projects. Now, there also are BLs in Korea, China, Japan. And in Japan, there are many mangas that feature both genders as a couple. But because of censorship, the growth of the industry has been stunted. So, unlike in South Korea, in Thailand, BLs are just very ordinary. They're very, very mainstream. Now, what I find interesting is that there are obviously similarities between a BL, a love team, and a ship couple or the shipping industry in South Korea. Of course, they are all based on romance. At the end of the day, these are two people that fans want to be together. The next similarity is the type of fandom that they develop. Very obsessive. They will fight to the end for their favorite couple. And then, of course, there is the illusion of reality. Now, in South Korea, idols, that is not their main thing. That is not their main gig. So the shipping is actually usually started and nurtured by the fandom. So whoever becomes or shows the best chemistry, I guess, will be the one that will get shipped the most. Now, the differences is also very, very interesting. One main difference is that a love team and a BL are intentional because it's being pushed by either the management company or the production company. And of course, the two actors or the actors consented. That is the assumption that they consented to actually being pushed as a couple. As opposed in South Korea, as I've said, it could be argued that although it could be said also that they are doing it as a part of a fan service, but it's not their main thing. It's just that fans start thinking about them being together, and maybe some of them just don't mind that if that's going to make their fans happy. The second difference is that a love team and a BL are actually mainstream, so it's like a part of Philippine cinema and our culture. Love teams are, and for Thailand, because they're very open with same sex couples, it's not a huge thing for them anymore. Now, the other interesting difference is the why. Why is a love team very popular in the Philippines, a BL very popular in Thailand, and the ship culture very popular in South Korea? In the Philippines, family is the most treasured part in our life next to our faith. As you know, Philippines is predominantly a Christian country. And so the most important relationship or thing would of course be your relationship with your faith basically. And then the second one would be family. And so it's innate in us to want to see a beautiful family together. So we want the union to happen because that's how we know how life should be lived. And we also live vicariously through the couple. Because if we don't end up experiencing or finding the kind of love that we want, then in our head, might as well it happens to our favorite or my favorite actor. In Thailand, though, access is the most important. As I was saying, it's a country that is very open to same sex or same gender pairing. It's nothing to them. It's very, very mainstream. They have an entire industry called Lady Boy, and that is those are transgender men transitioning into women. And these two are some of the most beautiful and most popular transgender women or lady boys in Thailand. That's how they call it, like lady boys. So it's very accepted in their society. So when there is a BL series, it's nothing to them. So it's the access makes it easy for people to watch, to support, and of course, it's easy for it to become popular. Now, another interesting thing that many BL fans actually say is how they find it attractive when two dominant personalities actually submit to the other because they love each other. And I speculate that it is primarily because Thailand is still a patriarchal society. So a man is supposed to be the dominant one, the head of the family. So they can never find it to be women are just they will never be the dominant one in the family. And so for them to see a dominant personality submitting to another all because of love, they find that very, very sexy and very, very attractive. Now, so some sort of an escape. However, in South Korea, it seems that now this is not yet a formal study, but my theory is that most of the shippers, they're coming from, it's a frustration, it's coming from their own frustration. Usually it's them desiring the idol, and if they can't have that person in their head, then no other woman can. A man can, though, especially if it is your bandmate, because I also like that person because I like the band, right? So it's because it's more jealousy. That's where the shipping is starting in South Korea. As opposed to the Philippines, it's because family is the foundation of our society. So we like seeing happy couples and or two people, the right people, and ending up together. And then in Thailand, it's more about being able to get or experience or see what they cannot actually experience on their own. So, in essence, and this is coming from how the shipping actually begins. In in South Korea, it's the other way. So usually fans would choose a favorite group and then a bias, and then the shipping happens. In the Philippines and in Thailand, we will see a couple because they're getting marketed as a couple, and then we will want them to be together. And then everything else begins, the obsessive fans, the desire for them to be together. So the couple is the source of the action, all the behavior. The source is because we want the couple. As opposed to South Korea, the shipping is the effect. Their original action, their original desire is to be with the idol. But because they can't, in their head, then no other woman can, a man can though, especially if it is your bandmate. And so then the reaction is for them to ship that idol with another idol, usually with a bandmate. So in essence, in Korea, the shipping is an effect of a fan's failed illusion. Again, the illusion is them wanting the idol for themselves. In Thailand and the Philippines, the couple is the source of the illusion. As I've said, it is not a formal study yet, but thinking about these things as I was doing my research for other things, it made me want to study psychology. But being in marketing for such a long time, one of the things that I know to be true is that almost everything that we see and consume and just everything around us, everything is marketed. And however, an effective marketing plan is actually grounded in a sound psychological concept. If you know how people behave and how people think, then you are better able to create a great marketing plan for a product. I would love to hear your thoughts though. Do you think I'm in the right track? Would love your thoughts. I'm not much into love teams, even when I was still living in the Philippines. There are still some people that I would find that I would see and say, hey, they look good together, but it has never gotten to a point where I will actually ship them and become obsessive and just want them to be together and wage war against anybody who says they aren't. But, I think it will, I love happy endings, that's for sure, but never to a point where I will actually even think about who this other person is going out with or dating. But as I've said, there are couples that, there are people that I feel like, though they'd be together, they'd be great together, they'll be a cute couple. Would love to hear your thoughts, though. Let me know in the comment section below. Who's your favorite ship, favorite love team, favorite BL? Leave them in the comment section below. And again, you can say whatever it is that you want to say for as long as you say it respectfully. Again, if you can, please donate to the channel. It's very important. We are expanding the channel. We're soon releasing the website, and then we're going to start doing other projects. We're going to turn this into a legitimate like news organization, and then we're going to start interviewing people. We have a documentary that we are actually preparing, so any donation will actually be appreciated. It's going to go into that expansion. Also, if you can, please follow me on X, also on IG, but more importantly on Patreon, because that's where the community is. I just actually came home from New Jersey. Some of the members of the community decided to go to New Jersey to watch Jin day one and day two. Some of them just watch day one, some of them just watch day two. And then we're planning a trip. We did the same thing for J Hope. We're planning a trip for OT7, or if Jungkook actually goes on tour, we'll do that. But the point is that it is a real community. If you're looking for that, it is the place for you. Also, we're not just talking about BTS. A lot of discussions happening, not just on K-pop, but also movies, TV shows, other singers. Just join us. It's a vibrant community. And also, like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and also share the video because that's really helping my channel. Please paste it on your social media, send it to friends, recommend it as much as you can. It's gonna help. Okay, thank you.